welcome to a detailed hurricane of the description. Sorry for not uploading for a while because I have been sick, and I am sick right now. I have a cough, as you can hear, guys, in the background, but hopefully I get over this. And guys, let's get into the video. Alright, guys, so as you can see, this is a hurricane overlook and discussion. And please do consider subscribing for if you like my content. I will be posting up some footage of any storm damage because we might see a tsunami and Hurricane Sam. But guys, look at the Atlantic. You see Peter. You see the remnants of Odette trying to redevelop, and you see also Rose, tropical depression Rose, tropical storm Peter, tropical depression Peter, and tropical depression 18, my 17, 18 that have just formed, and also a wave coming off of the coast of Africa, guys. We have passed past the peak of hurricane season, but guys, that doesn't mean that it's still not active. So guys, here is the remnants of what looks like to be Odette. If I'm correct, Odette. Yes, I am correct, Odette. And guys, as you can see, this is the remnants of Odette. And there's a 40% chance of Odette redeveloping, guys, and please be on the lookout. This is tropical depression Peter. Peter is not a threat anymore. Although Puerto Rico and the British Virgin Islands should be on the lookout for some rain. And also tropical depression Peter is expected to dissipate in the next coming days. Down here is Rose. This is Rose, guys. And guys, Rose is not a threat. It's actually an open. It's actually open. As you can see, it's open. So there's no convection like that. But it's still designated as a tropical depression. I don't think it's a tropical depression right now, but it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So there's nothing that I can really do, but it's what it is, guys. And look at that. That is the pathway of Rose. And guys, this is tropical depression 18, 17. Some people have it as 17, and some people have it as 18. I said 17. But look, it has really deep convection. Guys, the Bahamas should be on the lookout. Also, the British Virgin Islands and portions of the Leeward Islands, including Hispaniola and Puerto Rico, should be on the lookout, for they may feel hurricane-like conditions. And guys, here is the track of potential Hurricane Sam, which can be potentially major hurricane very soon in the next upcoming week. Guys, as you can see, it has currently winds of 35 miles per hour, moving west at 15 miles per hour. And there are no warnings or watches in effect yet because it has not become a tropical storm yet. And as we are going to be taking a look at the sea surface temperatures, the sea surface temperatures are pretty warm. Where Odette is kind of cooled off. Where the Peter is kind of you have warm waters, and where the tropical depression 18 is or 17, whatever you want to call it, is very warm waters, and where Rose is tropical depression Rose is has the wind shear grass and drier. As you can see, this is where Peter and Rose are dealing with heavy wind shear, and that's why they are going to dissipate. Tropical depression 18, 17 is in a pretty much a safe area with a lot of moisture and stuff like that. As you can see, the dry air is kind of wrapping into Odette and Peter and also Rose, but tropical depression 17 is not affected because it's in a right area, no wind shear, and no. So here is a look at the cyclonic vorticity for Peter and for Rose and for Odette. Odette looks kind of concentrated. Could it develop back into a tropical storm and potentially impact the Britain or maybe the Mariana Islands? It's left to see. Or it can make a loop turn and go back to the Puerto Rico. We don't know. This can all change. It might just dissipate. But look at this. The cyclonic vorticity, and look at where the track shows are going to. This is the different. This is the ECMWF versus the EGFS, 850 millibar. And this shows you the potential track of where the storm should be. And it looks like Peter is kind of getting a little concentrated, whereas Rose kind of look like it's fizzling out, and they look like they are totally agreeing on the potential of tropical. And look, it looks very much more concentrated. At this point, it could be potentially a hurricane development or something of that sort. And look, it could be a hurricane at that point, and it's very deep convection. It has very warm waters to deal with, so that's why it won't matter whether or not it doesn't have to battle anything. Alright guys, so we're going so guys, Peter looks like it's gonna fizzle out, and also does Rose and maybe Odette trying to hang on. I don't know. But guys, here is the 850, the 500 millibar for as the EMWF. And guess what? EMWF kind of shows it much more, a little bit more closer, a little bit more further. If if the storm is further at this point in time, then that means that the storm will be might not be effective. Might just go down to probably Texas or some sort, or maybe not. But I think that the high pressure is more than likely going to carry it all over. If the high pressure and them two high pressure builds in, then I believe that it's going to be. And if you saw back there, you can see that there was that area highlighted was the low pressure, but that low pressure is going to be pretty much nothing that will be able to draw potentially hurricane or major hurricane Sam away from the Bahamas and potentially the Les Antilles or the Leeward Islands. So guys, this is a lot to digest. And guys, be on the lookout because there is currently volcanoes happening, and it's going to be a potential tsunami coming for the U.S. and also probably the Leeward and the Bahamas. But guys, as you can see, they are literally picking up on another storm potentially developing, and that storm could be potential Teresa because it's QRST Teresa, possibly, and possibly this could all change, guys. But guys, be on the lookout. Keep an eye out. We're still in hurricane season. Even though the peak of hurricane season has passed, we still got potentially two. We have 2 more months of hurricane season, so you can't deny anything. By the way, you need to be on the lookout for the tsunami potentially happening. The Canary Islands had a bunch of volcano activity, and that's why I say be on the lookout for potential tsunamis. And all right, so guys, as you can see here, this is the EMWF. This is the wind and all of that. You can see that basically the GFS is kind of really relatively off apparently because the GFS is not being really reliable when it come down to the storm. Other than when it comes down to this development, all of the other millibars, all of the other different tracks and different hurricane trackers and different models are being agreeing other than the GFS, and this is the potential tracker where you can see the storm go. A lot of them now, the MFW is really truly picking up on it correctly. I don't think the GFS is picking up on it right because the GFS has been really unreliable when it comes down to predicting where the storm can go. But I believe that when it comes down to Sam could be a Bahamas threat, really a Bahamas thing before maybe potentially curving off, or maybe it could be go straight up to Florida and then curve. It's left to be seen, and we have to find out what's going to happen. So, guys, this is the potential area where the storm can track. So, this is the this is ECWF versus the GFS, and the ECWF makes more sense than the GFS because the GFS is not really in agreement with any of the storms. So the question is, will Major Hurricane Sam form, or is it going to be something that to watch?